Mr. Machado,
Here.
Mr. Maderos.
Here.
Mr. Moran,
Here.
Mrs. Poe.
I'm here. Would you all please rise for the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag
United States of America.
Maderos. Poe.
One nation. under God.
You needed to turn off the speakers and the.
Whereas Bernd Haas is a German-born Holocaust survivor who has been a resident of Berkeley Heights for the past 60 years. And whereas Bernd lost his family when they were deported and ultimately murdered by the Nazis, while he was forced into hard labor at a work camp in Riga, Latvia, and later incarcerated at the Stutthof concentration camp in Poland. He's one of the very few who lived long enough to be liberated by the Russians when the war ended, enabling him to emigrate to America and to start a new life. And whereas Bernd contributed his original drawings and a foreword to one of the few scholarly books written about the horrors that he experienced, the quote, Final Solution in Riga by Unkrich and Klein, and whereas Bernd has raised a family in Berkeley Heights, served and supported both the band parents of Governor Livingston High School and the Township Community Pool, and had a 30-plus year career as a mechanical engineer in New Jersey, first for Union Carbide and later for Ithacon. My grandfather worked for Union Carbide in Colorado. And whereas Bernd has always had many interests and hobbies, including traveling, classical and folk music, ballroom dancing, genealogical research, computers, model railroads, as well as love of organizing everything and anything he encounters. I like that about you. And whereas the mayor and the township council believe it is appropriate to recognize Bernd Haas on the incredible milestone that will occur on March 9th, 2026. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the township council of Berkeley Heights do hereby themselves and for the township residents extend warmest wishes and congratulations on his 100th birthday and best wishes for many, many years to come. Approved this third day of March, 2026, signed by me. Congratulations and happy birthday. Turn around, I'm gonna get a bowl. Come, council people. Project Corral.
That's it.
Okay, now the family. Sure, have my camera.
I got it.
No, I think we have, I don't think we'll fit. Not gonna make me do it.
There no president was. Sorry, you know. Thank you.
Organized? Are we organized? It's the organizer right here. So, congratulations. Would you like to say a few words? You have a remarkable life.
Yeah, you're right at all.
Oh, it's an honor to honor you today. It really is. Thank you for all of you've done for us. Yeah.
Yeah, message. I think it's, I got your message after you were resigned.
And we'll give you a few minutes if you guys want to clear out. You don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting if you don't want to.
Yes.
That's so.
You're right.
Somebody else.
Oh, Secretary Andrew.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yes.
Go back to the house.
Oh, okay, okay.
One quick announcement, our next meeting is actually going to be on Monday, March 16th at 6:30 PM rather than March 24th at 6:30 PM. This allows us to meet our affordable housing deadlines, getting the plans to the state. So we had to switch the meeting to Monday, March 16th.
Wait, do a search for, we'll find my phone. Right. So do this.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so moving on to the regular agenda, actually, we had executive session first.
Yeah.
Only because we have to vote on something, but it rarely happens only when you're here, and then I feel like I'm lying to you. I'm sorry, we'll be as quick as possible.
Actually,
All right.
For me? No.
All right, whereas revisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-1, expressly provide that a public body may move into executive session and exclude the public from that portion of a meeting at which the public body discusses any of the 9 areas set forth in NJSA 10:4-12B. And whereas the town council of the Township of Berkeley Heights has determined it necessary to move into executive session to discuss the following subjects, which are included in the aforementioned exceptions, contract negotiations, pending litigation. Now therefore be resolved by the town council of the Township of Berkeley Heights that it does hereby move into executive session pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B to discuss the aforesaid matters. And it is further resolved that the aforesaid discussion shall be made public either at a public meeting following said executive session or at such time as any litigated or personnel matters are concluded or upon conclusion of any negotiations or related discussions, or as otherwise specified, and it's further resolved that this resolution shall take effect pursuant to law.
Okay. Anybody?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Hillis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Maderos.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pope.
Yes. Okay, we will now retire to executive session and we'll be back to the rest of the agenda.
Both meetings.
My husband Jordan will buy you coffee while you wait. And we are settled, right? Everything's ready? Okay, we do not have conference session this evening. We're going to move right into the regular agenda.
I move that the following minutes as distributed be accepted and approved, public meetings, February 17th, 2026.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Maderos.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pope.
Yes.
I move to open the public hearing of the ordinance is being considered for final adoption.
Second that.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Maderos.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pope.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Close
that door.
and Thursday, as he is at home there as well. Oh, thank you. I got distracted. I really got distracted by his voice. All right, comments on ordinances up for final adoption are welcome during the public hearing. There will be one public hearing for all the ordinances listed. Before making a comment, all speakers must identify their name and address for the record. Each speaker shall be limited to 3 minutes and the council president will keep time. With that, the hearing on the final adoption of the ordinances only is now open.
Time's up already. Oh, good.
Anyone?
We done?
Yeah.
Okay. We can't talk about the other one, the final ordinances?
You can talk about the 2 ordinances. Anything else would be the regular citizens hearing, which is next.
Okay. Joe Iadanza, 923 Mountain Avenue. You told me a couple of meetings ago who the developer was for the Nokia site. Could you tell me again? I wrote it down and somehow I lost that.
Woodmont and Vision, there are 2.
Woodmont,
Woodmont, WOODMONT, and Vision, like vision.
thank you. Okay, comment here is, when the New Jersey Builders Association and the Fair Share Housing objections to Berkeley Heights affordable housing for 2025. Would you know if Berkeley Heights was one of many municipalities that received those objections?
Good question.
So when the builders and Fair Share objected to our plan, were there other municipalities that they also objected to? I know the answer is yes, I don't know how many.
Almost every, there were, I mean, I think it was.
I just
It
don't
was
know.
320 or something, it was almost every single one. Received some level of challenge, yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate you telling me that. Seems that people on the planning board don't know that. Seems like our consultants doesn't know that or didn't answer that question when I put it to them. Thank you.
At the planning board?
I went to one of the meetings and I asked that, I think, were you there? One of you
I was there.
Okay, I asked the question and everybody looked at me like, were deers in headlights.
Surprising.
Okay. All right, question on bill for Harbor Consultants. Survey Lower Columbia Turf, whole bunch of money.
Hey, Joe, I think you have to wait till citizens hearing on those, because the 2 ordinances, this is the one hearing on the 2 ordinances for tonight, and then we're gonna open up, I know it's just a few minutes away, and then we'll open up the citizens hearing. You can ask those questions.
Put that one on hold.
Yeah, please.
Okay, and all the stuff with the MU overlay and all that good stuff.
Yes, please.
Okay. That on hold. Can I talk about bills?
Just, let me just clarify something. The 2 ordinances that you can comment on now are the ones that are up for adoption. So it's like the 2nd page of the agenda. So amend appendix A and then repealing article 4.7.
Okay. Based on that, who wrote all that stuff? I asked that today.
Oh, sorry, this tree.
And 3, the building height. That's different.
Sorry.
Yeah, building height.
I could wait till next time to ask a whole bunch more questions. I mean, not next time, but the next one.
Well, but they answer this.
If it's related to the ordinances,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can, you absolutely can ask questions.
Yeah, we need to draft these. So the first two were drafted, I think, by our planner, where it's 2026-01 and 2026-03. And then the last one is based on, it's a model ordinance that was given out by the state, and so the state drafted that one.
I can't talk about bills at this time.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Next comment period.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it falls
No,
under
it's
the
fine.
next one.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
So I just want to be clear. I want to talk about ordinance number 2026-02-02. Am I okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the bill.
Richard Heister,
Great.
02. I
No,
see. No,
Oh, two is the one for the mixed use overlay.
So that's later.
that's,
Oh, sorry, yeah, so that was.
I thought I heard any ordinance that was on. Okay.
But
Option.
separate.
That's confusing, Rich. Apologies.
Your time was back here, it's okay.
We gave you 5 seconds extra for the next time. It's a bonus, a credit. Anybody else?
Seeing no one, I move to close the public hearing on the ordinances being considered for final adoption.
Second that?
Any discussion?
Roll call.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Maderos?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue?
Sorry. Madam Clerk, please explain.
Ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance amending Article 6.1, Schedule of General Regulations of Appendix A, Municipal Land Use Procedures Ordinance of the Code of the Township of Berkeley Heights to amend the maximum permitted building height requirements in the R10, R15, and R15A zones.
I move to adopt the ordinance as read by the clerk.
Second that?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Maderos?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-03, an ordinance to amend Appendix A, Municipal Land Use Procedures Ordinance of the Code of the Township of Berkeley Heights to increase the township's affordable housing set aside for developments in the downtown zone districts, downtown development DD, and home business HB, with rental units from 15% to 20% to address the township's affordable housing obligations.
Move to adopt the ordinance as read by the clerk. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Maderos?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue?
Yes.
Madam Clerk, can you read ordinance 2026-04, please? An ordinance repealing Article 4.7, Affordable Housing Development Fees in Part 4, Development Procedures, and Part 18A, Affordable Housing Mandatory Set Aside in Appendix A, Municipal Land Use Procedures Ordinance, and amending Part 18, Affordable Housing of the Code of the Township of Berkeley Heights to address the requirements of the Fair Housing Act, FHA, as amended, and the Uniform Housing Affordability Controls, UHAC, as amended regarding compliance with the township's affordable housing obligations. I move to adopt the ordinance as read by the clerk.
Second that?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Maderos?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue?
Yes.
I move to open the citizenship.
Second that?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis? Yes. Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Maderos?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue?
Comments are welcome during the public comment period during this meeting on any matter over which the township has jurisdiction. To make your comment, the speaker must come forward to the microphone and state his or her name and address for the record. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. The mayor and council president will keep time. Actually, the council president will. Please promptly yield the floor when time is called and return to your seat. Your cooperation in adherence to these rules of order will ensure an orderly and respectful meeting. And with that, the citizens' hearing is now open.
Thank you. Go ahead, no. The Environmental Commission takes priority.
You have the momentum.
Or you got up first,
Absolutely, sir.
taken. And my turn.
Thank you, sir.
Richard Leister, 49 Summit Avenue. Looking as an environmental commissioner, my concerns and comments are mainly related to the environment. Talking about ordinance number 2026-02, amendments to the mixed use zone. And the ordinance states that the mixed use zone shall be developed so as to ensure functionality and physically interconnected variety of land uses and open spaces, including outdoor recreational amenities. So there's a master plan, which should the township council should be referring back to, because there are things in the master plan that are trying to encourage the way ordinances are done. So from the master plan, it says minimize increase in impervious coverage and promote innovative ways to incorporate green infrastructure and green spaces. Promote green building design in new and existing development. Update the zoning ordinance to reflect state mandate on electrical vehicle charging stations and provide public electric vehicle facilities. Encourage the development of accessory renewable energy facilities. Continue to implement sustainability actions and coordinate with the Environmental Commission to pursue additional sustainability initiatives. New Jersey state law requires that the land use element of a municipal master plan include a climate change related hazard vulnerability assessment. This assessment should consider environmental effects associated with climate change and extreme weather related events, including extreme temperatures, drought, and sea level rise. The land use element shall also contain measures to mitigate reasonably anticipated natural hazards, including coastal storms, flooding, storm surge, wind, following best management practices recommended by FEMA. And then the township master plan contains this broad assessment. So would the township apply this assessment to the properties of the new mixed use zone? For example, would the ordinance result in environmental degradation, such as flooding, non-point source pollution, and septic failures? A couple of small points about lot 4101. That's showing the Greenbrook and its riparian zone extending into the properties west of Plainfield Avenue. And lot 2 on 4101 is identified as a forested area, which I would expect we to maintain. Many of these lots are more than 300 feet deep, and the 30-foot wide sanitary sewer easement runs down the center of these lots. So that's going to affect any building on those lots. Possible consequences of development: less water infiltration into the ground, more stormwater runoff, regional loss of streams, decrease in groundwater charge, with me about 20 seconds, direct loss of native plant species, increase of invasive plant species. And one more thing, there's a type of development called cluster zoning planned unit development, which maintains the regular zoning's ratio of housing units to acreage, but permits cluster development through undersized lots, thus allowing for open space preservation within the development. It's an approach to developing. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Can I make one comment?
Yeah.
No. Richard, any of the buildings that go in there will have to meet our new stormwater management plan. And they will also have to follow the tree ordinance that we also passed. So when you speak about those properties on Plainfield Avenue specifically, Mike can answer questions having to do with that, but they know that they're constrained to the space that can be built.
I think Mike, I'm gonna ask Mike Estrada to come to the microphone because I know he's been working with him in terms of.
I'm not making a complaint. I just want to, I want
Yes.
the township to
You mind?
aware of that, exactly those points. You know, that we're doing things environmentally sustainably.
And Mike has been working with developers, so I'm gonna ask Mike to just make some comments on that as well, please.
Michael Estrada from Harbor Consultants, the township's planner. Just real quick, what we're doing tonight, introducing the amendments to the MU zone. This is a critical component of our master plan, of our housing element and fair share plan. But I just want to underscore that. I know we have, the gentleman just referenced documents in our land use plan element. This does not ignore those elements. But what this ordinance is a critical component of our housing element and fair share plan, which is our master plan. That plan was adopted last year, June of 2025, which supersedes in certain instances the land use plan, which is, I think it was 2022. So I think it was 2022, 21 maybe. So the ordinance contemplates and includes the EV electric vehicle charger requirements. We are adding, as required by the state of New Jersey and as part of our housing element plan, up to 600 units on this site, on a MU zone, which is the Connell campus, without increasing impervious coverage. I think I understand his concern. I'm the biggest, I watch impervious coverage more than anybody. I would compliment the Connell group as we work back and forth on this and listen to a lot of edits. But we're putting a lot of housing that we are required to under the state regulations on this property without increasing impervious coverage. I think that's a critical component. This is not easy to do. So we're addressing our affordable housing requirements without impacting that. We will have to address all stormwater management regulations, all riparian buffer regulations, DEP regulations. We are increasing the amount of open space on the property. There's going to be more open space on this property with all of those new units on the property. The increase of open space, I know it's only 2 acres, but it's still 2 acres. It went from 5 acres to 7 acres. So those are just highlights. If you want, I can go through more granular detail.
I think we're familiar with it. Anybody else want more detail?
Maybe a stupid question that I did ask Mike, where we talked about the number of apartments, and I'm picturing this like with space, and he's like, oh no, it's the up space. I'm like, oh, it's the up space, because pervious surface was.
We're actually encouraging
Right.
vertical,
Right,
set back from the road with the buffer and go vertical. This way we don't have to expand out and pave more, cut down more vegetation. I couldn't agree with him more. We don't want to expand the impervious coverage and cut down more trees and so forth.
so Rich, that
So-
was my question, so I understood it was going vertical.
Yeah, the idea here is go vertical, and at least on each of the main, what is known as the main campus, it is programmed right now, and we're at very early stages of these drawings and these concepts. But right now, it's programmed within the existing disturbed paved area. That's critical. So they're looking at reevaluating, redeveloping surface parking lots with taller buildings. You can't ask for a better opportunity. We put that, address our affordable housing, not increase impervious coverage, stay within the previously developed areas.
It's unheard of.
And it's a lot. Now, quickly, just to jump over on the western side, and we're only putting a small amount of housing over on the western side. And we kept it very close, not very close, but we kept it as close as we reasonably could. 40-foot setback off of Plainfield Avenue, designed with the appearance of townhouses. On those drawings, you'll see the riparian corridor in the back to protect the stream and all the vegetation. So we're very sensitive to the environmental impacts to the west along the stream, the vegetation, and all of that has been taken into consideration.
Well done, Michael.
Well, it's not me. It was a joint, I mean, it was everybody with all the comments resulted in what I think is a very strong.
Mr. always a good watchdog for the township, but we appreciate it. Thank you. You might be one question. So.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. July and Danza, 923 Mount Avenue. Glad you're here, Michael. Maybe you can tell me, what you did down with the survey at Lower Columbia Turf. You guys sent the bill in kind of late.
I can answer.
Okay.
Mike's not.
Mike's not on that project.
That's why.
Well, that's okay. I brought his name up. I didn't want him to feel.
Yeah, no, that's okay. There's a different person at Harbor who's working on that. That's because we paid the bills late, so that's why there were two bills in like 1 month.
Okay, so what service did they provide? I mean, what did they do with them Lower Columbia Turf?
Survey work while they were working on the design for a natural turf field space down there.
And then we changed the name of it. We're gonna call it, I forgot the name, we're gonna change the Columbia Field area. Wasn't there a different like Columbia Pavilion?
I don't think so.
No, somebody erroneously used the term sports zone or something,
That's it.
and that's not, that should not be used because that inaccurately depicts what's going, I don't know where that came from, but.
Nothing's changed as far as I know, Joe.
Okay. Now, same thing with the Harbor Consultants. They did professional services for 713 Plainfield Avenue. Can you explain to me what that about? I think that's a gas station.
That's the gas station. Yes, and that was paid out of escrow from the planning board.
So why do you have to,
Planning board,
why does a planner have to go to the gas station?
you wanna explain why our planner is involved in those things?
Again, real quick, that's a use variance in front of the zoning board of adjustment. We reviewed the application, we prepared a report, we attended the meeting. The first meeting, the meeting has since been carried. I don't know when the next
March
meeting is.
26th.
March 26th. That'll be the second meeting. So what our deliverables was review of the application, the use variance application and a site plan application with variances. Prepared a report. The report has been released to Connie at the zoning board.
Right.
Zoning board. And we attended the one meeting and follow up on the application in preparation for March 26th.
So you're working for the township to do that?
I'm working for the township as their zoning board of adjustment planner only, not the engineer planner, and the money comes out of the escrow.
Right, so it's the people who own 713 have to hire their own people then.
They have a whole group that showed they have all their professional.
They pay for our professionals.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's what the escrow, they always post escrow, so they pay for our professionals. So we're not paying.
And just so you know, Michael, there was 158 municipalities received objections in February 2025. And they also, the fair share housing people put in 85 objections.
Before you got here, Joe had a question. Did we know how many, at the time that ours was challenged, were there other municipalities? I said, I know that there's, I didn't know the number. So Joe must have gotten a hold of the number.
Yeah, I did a little research. You know, okay, before I get to the mixed use place.
Okay. You're on borrowed time, Joe.
That's right, Scott. Did you write these ordinances or did you just cut and paste articles, Title 15, 6.3 building and construction of the municipal code, or did somebody do that?
I wrote that ordinance,
Which ordinance are you referring to?
the building height ordinance.
No, there's a whole bunch of ordinance, rezoning, drafting, to retain its reserve, litigation, contract review, drafting, 5 ordinances, 218. This was your legal fee, I guess, from your company. I think your company is called Jordan Meisner, Salmon and Spring.
There are ordinances that drafted, not these ones that are on the agenda.
And then McElroy, Gooch, and Mulaney, it was an arbitration and last chance agreement. Is that something you can elaborate, or is that something that we can't hear at this time?
That's not the total list. really.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
That was Labor Council because retirees were grieving their healthcare contribution.
that's not on a last chance agreement.
It was on the bill for this month.
There would be a last chance agreement.
Arbitration March 225.
Oh, arbitration, yes, that was the PBA and SOA retirees. Yeah.
All right, now going to the MU overlay zone, western side of Plainfield Avenue. I've asked repeatedly a few times in the past about Was there any designs on the western side there with all those homes that are, zone R20? I erroneously thought they were R15. Did anybody have any idea that this was going on? I mean, it appears, in my opinion, that Connell had bought most of the property. Did anybody know to the extent what they were gonna do? Basically, what I'm trying to say is it seems like no one gave me any answers in the past about it. Now, all of a sudden, it's showing up.
We didn't have any, I mean, Mike can answer, but they own that property, those properties over there for a while. Go ahead.
Okay, so what they could do is they could apply to have the zoning changed. Zoning has to be changed, correct? To build the
Are you
townhouse.
talking about Plainfield Avenue on the existing?
I'm not Plainfield Avenue, Plainfield Avenue, the west side between Plainfield Avenue and Watchung.
The single family homes that are across the street in essence,
Right, the single family homes now,
they've owned those for decades.
okay?
Do
If I could just
Yeah,
add,
okay, sure.
I started working with the Connell Group on the western side of Plainfield Avenue. I think it was 2015,
Okay,
when we first started, they started first talking about putting some of their obligation on the western side of Plainfield Avenue. It did not make the cut for the third round. We were able to fit everything, 328 units, and some mixed use on the main campus. And that closed out the third round. When we circled back to the fourth round, where we are today, we have this obligation. We put the majority of the units and some non-residential on the main campus, called it the eastern portion. But we also provided an opportunity, and it does include an overlay zone. So this ordinance that's being introduced tonight, it does create what's called an overlay zone on the properties on the western side of Plainfield Avenue to allow housing only, townhouses, or multifamily designed to give the appearance of a townhouse.
got it.
So that's
I understand.
what we're doing.
Okay,
Can you wrap it up? We're close to wrapping it up.
well, they also say one freestanding pole oriented to Route 78 shall be 110 feet high maximum, and maximum area 525 feet. That's one pole sign.
There,
And, excuse me?
it's there today.
Yeah, that's similar, that's the embassy suite sign that you can see from 78 itself.
All right, now I would assume Connell had done a traffic survey with this new construction on the west side. You know, hopefully they took into consideration all the housing that's being built down Bonnie Burn.
They'll have to do a traffic study and then a traffic light that's being constructed.
Okay, and then just so you know, from my point of view, you guys are gonna just design this thing. Give them more parking. I think it's down at 1.7 per house or per unit. I would say make it 2, taking into consideration it snows, taking into consideration they could use more room to back in and out. And once again, I ask you to change, put the gender neutral language for those resolutions and ordinances. All due respect.
Thanks, Joe.
My grandfather was definitely.
Gender of the mayor at the time,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. That's how we did, that's how we did it. Anybody else? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, seeing that there's no one else, I move to close the citizens hearings.
Second that.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Ellis? Yes. Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Maderos?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Poe?
Yes.
I move to adopt resolution 2026-128, resolution authorizing payment of attorney's fees and costs in the matter of John McWace versus Township of Berkeley Heights. Ed Paul.
Second. Any discussion?
Yeah, so I have something to say. As a very transparent government official, and I do recognize the importance of the open process, but when there are excessive record requests by the same individuals that continue to overwhelm our staff over years, it impacts the effectiveness of how we run our government in the township. And the fact that this money comes straight out of taxpayer pockets, I'm very uncomfortable. with what I call serial abusers of the Oprah process. I mean, we want transparency, we want it. However, I feel like this is a frivolous one. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, any other discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk?
Mr. Foster,
Yes.
Mrs. Illis,
Yes.
Mr. Machado,
Yes.
Mr. Maderos,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
No,
On to the rest of the agenda. Consent agenda?
I move to adopt the consent agenda consisting of resolutions 2026, 121 through 2026, 127. These resolutions will be approved by one motion.
Second that.
Any discussion? Good to see full cleanup on every year. Roll call?
Mr. Foster,
Yes.
Mrs. Illis,
Yes.
Mr. Machado,
Yes.
Mr. Maderos,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
No, yes, sorry.
Mrs. Pogue.
yes. Sorry, that's for a second. Madam Clerk, would you read ordinance 2026-02?
Amendments to the mixed-use MU zone and establishing the mixed-use MU overlay zone.
I move that the ordinance as read by the clerk be offered on first reading that March 16th, 2026 be set as the day for the public hearing, and the clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance according to law.
Second that. Sure. Put it into that.
Any discussion?
I just have a comment about this because there seems to be some misinformation out there. This is not a pilot. They are not seeking a pilot. This is self-financed. So let's just.
And they do not have a pilot currently with the current rental.
Correct. So they are paying traditional taxes.
Yeah.
Various places that those tax on.
So also, I'd just like to chime in with, as a neighbor of Pownell, I'm really pretty comfortable with the way the MU zone has played out. So it is a lot of housing to go down there. They aren't completed with the construction on what's going on right now. But they've been very responsible as far as development goes, respectful of the neighborhood. And I would expect nothing else going forward. And, you know, I thank you to Mike, we're working closely with them and council to give us something that we can all.
A little time, but I think we have a really good product.
Another neighbor, I agree.
A lot of good teamwork. I appreciate you all for that hard work on that, and Mike, you as well. Any other comments? Roll call.
Mr. Foster,
Yes.
Mrs. Illis,
Yes.
Mr. Machado,
Yes.
Mr. Maderos,
Yes.
Mr. Moran,
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes,
Okay, Township Council reports.
And again. Okay. On February 29th, the Mayor's Wellness Committee had a dance event. And it was the Love You First, a self-love community celebration. And it was the Dance the Night Away for a Great Cause. I mean, the cause was the Be Beautiful Project, which the project was created to support local women's shelters and the belief that everyone deserves to be beautiful. I attended that and it was, I had a great time. It was, yeah, it's up a storm.
Yeah, video.
Yeah, we were cutting the rug.
John and all the women.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't gotten out there yet, but John Travolta sang that few has nothing to worry about, let me tell you that, okay?
You did well.
It was really good, the instructors were great, it was a good time, we had little snacks for everybody, we had about 40 people in attendance. The mayor made a cameo by video, which was awesome, wish he was all well, and Susan was out there cutting a rug with us, and it was really good. We had a good time. We had some laughs. It was good. So if you can get to any of these events, we post them out there. Just please come out. Also want to mention March is Women's History Month. It's an annual service to highlight the contributions of women to events in history and contemporary society. Also, March 8th is International Women's Day. It's a day to reflect on and celebrate the the social, political, economic, and cultural accomplishments of women. And one in particular, not only these wonderful ladies that we have here on the dais, but the one in particular that I found is on Tuesday, March 10th, is Harriet Tubman Day. That's observed because Harriet Tubman honors the life and legacy of a courageous abolitionist. She is known for helping enslaved people find freedom. So if you want to go back to a lady that do her thing, that was it right there.
Fun fact, John, she was also a suffragist.
Oh, really? I did not know that. See, and when they say you learn something every day, you do. Absolutely. The Historic Preservation Committee meeting is next Thursday, March 12th at 7:30. Anybody out there in TV land, if you want to come out and join us. The Berkeley Heights Education Foundation will be hosting a basketball game featuring teachers and staff against the Harlem Wizards. I kind of only got I took a picture of it and it kind of was supposed to go this way, but I got it this
You
way.
and Susan play.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Talk about cutting a rug. I don't know about that, but
From dancing to dribbling.
yeah, dancing and dribbling.
Not this kind of group.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wednesday, March 11th at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. Tickets are on sale at theharlemwizards.com. There's also a QR code if anybody here in the audience wants to take a look at it. I actually was able to get that. So it's gonna be Governor Livingston. It's gonna be a good time. The jail ice hockey team was in the state playoffs again for its umpteenth year. And it made it to the second round against Tom's River. We game with overtime before GL was defeated 3-2, unfortunately. The team had a great season. They're looking for bigger things next year. Also want to mention that we have a St. Patrick's Day flag raising. It's going to be on March 16th at 6 p.m. prior to our council meeting. We're going to have some bagpipers from the GL High School Marching Band helping us with some tunes. I also want to thank the DPW, the PD, the FD, and the First Aid Squad for all the work and effort they put in over the last storm. I really appreciate everything that they do to keep this town in running water. It was a big one, and they handled everything that they could, and it was really good. And I also want to thank all you townsfolk out there for staying off the roads and making their job just that much easier, because I can speak for it, and I know the chief can, and Andrew can speak for it. The fact that we were out there patrolling, having people get stuck on a road was definitely not fun. Also want to make a reminder that next Sunday, March 8th is daylight savings time, so please check your clocks. Set your clocks 1 hour ahead because spring's arriving, regardless of what that goofy groundhog said. Okay, and here's your PSA for the day.
It's gonna be 70 soon.
Change your batteries and your smoke detectors and save a life. The Lunar New Year celebration was canceled and it's going to be rescheduled for Sunday, March 8th at the YMCA from 4 to 6. And I believe also canceled was the Taste of Berkeley Heights, because I know that was supposed to go off last Monday, and look for dates when that may be rescheduled.
23rd of March.
Also 23rd, okay.
I saw it on our.
Sweet then. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you, John. Margaret?
I want to start out with a big thank you to DPW and those, the township kept us safe. They cleared the roads. I know it took time, but we really do appreciate everything they do. And also PD, fire and rescue squad who stood by and were ready to help anybody, despite the snow on the ground. So regarding the senior affairs, RSVPs are open for the Little Flower Church's Senior Citizen St. Patrick's Day Party, which I understand is quite the do to attend. The date on that is Sunday, March 15th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. RSVPs are required. You can go up to the library to get the information, or you can check the website, our website. The next senior luncheon will be Friday, April 10th from 11:30 to 1:30, and it's the springtime soiree. So that also sounds like a lot of fun. RSVPs are requested for that. I encourage everybody to check the Berkeley Heights Recreation page and also the library to see what's going on. There are some amazing activities that are being offered regularly. A little bird told me that there's a mahjong class that started.
It did. It started last night. I'm a teacher. And we had 5 newbies and it was great. It's great. So if you want to learn how to play mahjong Monday is live.
Mahjong with Susan.
Mahjong with Susan, except on the 16th because the council meeting is moved to a Monday.
That's right.
So
So that's it for me.
All right, very good. Thank you, Margaret. Phil?
I just want to dovetail off of Margaret. I just wanted to thank DPW and our first responders for their response to the last storm that we had. I was personally out there shoveling snow for 4 hours. I could attest to what, I mean, it really is hard work out there, and I just appreciate everyone that are essential workers in a way. So other than that, I see someone in our audience here that is responsible for our chicken ordinance, and that is something that I'm going to be taking a priority on in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll be introducing a chicken ordinance shortly. Thank you.
Very good, thank you, Bill. Albert?
Thank you. The mayor and I met with Brian Kraut, chair of the EDC, to revise the focus and the meeting frequency. We agreed on 4 major areas of focus. The first phase 2 of the Sherman Avenue West project involving the train station, improving pedestrian-friendly infrastructure on Springfield Avenue, leveraging the town's film-ready certification for economic development, and lastly, a pop-up farmers market that we hope to coincide with opening Sherman Avenue. I also attended the New Jersey League of Municipalities training for newly elected officials, although this was my second time going. It's always an opportunity to learn something new. And one of the things that it caught my attention was legislation that's been introduced, not for the first time, to return what are called energy to tax rebates to the municipalities. Many years ago, those were diverted to the state government for distribution to the municipalities, and guess what? They never got the
We never got the money.
So there's a Senate Bill S2507 and Assembly Bill 83145 promoting the redirection of those ETRs to the municipalities. I've done a little bit of digging. It's a little bit more complicated, but this is not it's got to be complex. But I would encourage, would like to propose a resolution at some point once it's done.
We've done it in previous years under the Darby administration. So
What we've been.
be happy to
Okay.
support a resolution again.
We should do it again. And then the last thing is that we're still working on the welcome wagon. Karen Castle and I, with John's help, met with Liza, presented a proposal for a single hard stock leave behind for our new residents. And they got a price on that. Got some nice designs on it. And the good news is that it's going to count on the distribution by council members.
Oh,
That was Melrose idea?
Which is free.
For the record, no.
It will not cost the taxpayers any money.
It won't cost, I won't say it won't cost anything, it will cost them.
Well, we're distributing it.
Oh, yeah, the
Right,
distribution.
that's
Well,
great.
That's a new pair of shoes.
That's it.
great information, thank you. Andrew?
Thank you. Mayor, March 6th is Employee Appreciation, so I want to take this opportunity to show my sincere gratitude to our dedicated township employees from the DPW crews that cleared the streets in the most recent snowstorms, to our administrative staff, ensuring that our services run smoothly. Your commitment really drives our community. We recognize that your hard work often happens behind the scenes, but its impact is felt by every resident. I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Very nice. Susan?
So yes, I'm gonna piggyback with Andrew and Margaret and Bill and about all that. And I think Alva wants to say something because I know that storm was, it was a 10-year, I guess that's 10-year storm we have like that. And it was crazy. And while we're sleeping through the storm, they're out working and clearing our streets. And that said, I want to just remind people not to use social media to register complaints. We have a very responsive township administrator. Please call her or email her directly, because posting complaints on the social media doesn't really get you need. And for all neighbors. So I want to talk about Read Across America for a second. Was yesterday, Tuesday, March 9th. It's today. Today's Tuesday? Today's Tuesday? Yes. That's the 3rd.
That's why we're here.
All right. The 2nd is Dr. Seuss's birthday, and that was the beginning of the Read Across America. It was through the NEA, which is the National Education Association. And the theme this year is Champion Kindness, with an overarching theme of creating and celebrating a nation of diverse readers. It fosters a culture of empathy, connection, and inclusion by highlighting books that reflect diverse cultures, perspectives, and experiences. The other thing, it's National Grammar Day, and that's tomorrow, the 4th. And I think because of our texting, we've lost an ability to speak with appropriate grammar. And it just makes us sound more professional. We actually speak with good grammar. So I know there's different things you can get a word of the day and learn the vocabulary words and learn the difference between me and I when you're speaking. So I also attended the Love Yourself, and a shout out to Becca Robinson and the rest of the Mayor's Wellness Committee. She did a fantastic job. The Highlander room was beautiful. It was red and sparkly and just beautiful, and everyone had a really good time. And as Margaret said, I am teaching Mahjong. So our first night was last night, and I've been a 24-year educator, and I was more nervous last night than any observation I've ever had or any parent teacher night. So as I said, the feedback was I did all right. So we'll see what happens when they come back.
I'm sure you did more than all.
So I was really happy to see some people learning a new game. It's good for the mind as you get older. These kinds of games are really great for your mind. And yeah, that's all I had. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you so much. All right, administration reports. So I am happy to report that our Happy Habits Workshop will take place on March 21st, which is actually also International Happiness Day. I just found that out. This workshop is going to focus on the science of building lasting positive habits and practical strategies residents can use to improve their well-being. And this is all part of our broader SPIRE framework, supporting spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional flourishing in our community. I am also looking forward to the Berkeley Heights Business and Civic Association Breakfast with the Mayor. I always do a presentation and talk about issues that the business community wants to know about. So that's a great community building event on March 13th. I think it starts at 8. I think it starts at 8. I've also had the honor of serving for the second time for the Mountain Park STEM statewide competition. So what they do at each school, they have 3 groups that come up with these incredible business ideas, and we have to judge them and give them feedback so they're a little bit more competitive in the statewide competition. I love the event, it's great. As Margaret mentioned, I will be at the Little Flower at the senior luncheon on the 15th to hang out with them. I love hugging the seniors, so the chief and I did it for Valentine's Day. It was very rewarding. Liza and I are participating in a Zoom meeting with the new person who's been assigned to us from the new governor's office about potential statewide funding opportunities for flooding. Additional, Liza, I just want to give her a shout out. She's been preparing our federal package to send to Congressman Kane, who we've been talking and working with, and Margaret and others to try to put together some meaningful regional package and hopefully get federal appropriations to help with the mitigation efforts for the township. And with that, that's the report for this evening. Liza, administrative report.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, we got the word from Congress last Friday. These applications were due this Friday, so if I'm not responsive this week, that's why. That's just about all I'm doing. We are preparing the 2026 budget. As with other municipalities in New Jersey, skyrocketing healthcare and liability costs are really hampering our budget this year. Our medical alone increased by over $500,000. For a town such as ours, that's a huge hit to our budget. In the past week, I've gone through every department line item to make cuts where we can. Thank you to all the department heads who are helpful in this, to keep tax increases for our residents as low as possible. We take this fiduciary responsibility very seriously. This means we cut the extra DPW worker we wanted, having our engineer here full time instead of 3 days a week, scaling back an extra worker at our wastewater treatment plant where we are also severely understaffed, and other cuts. Generally speaking, we're limited by a state mandated 2% cap, which is a reason towns everywhere are facing challenges this budget season. As also with our continuing sewer plant infrastructure costs, some hard decisions will have to be made as we finalize the draft budget to send to council. We're tentatively planning on having an initial capital discussion at our meeting March 16th. That date might change, but for now, that's where we're at. We did apply for more than $2 million with the state to offset specific costs related to our sanitary sewer overflow issues to help offset capital requests this year from the wastewater treatment plant. We're going through that IBank process now. Different topic, you can still register your pets with the clerk's office, right? There just might be a late fee, but all pets over 7 months must be licensed. You can also do that online. If you go to berkeleyheights.gov under clerk, she has all the information there. Also, commuter parking permit renewals were mailed out. Please check your mailbox and be on the lookout. If you did receive it, you must renew it if you still need it. Our summer rec program, summer camp program registrations are now open. Check out the Recreation or Township Facebook page and their website for more information. Today marks 100 days until the first kickoff of the 2026 World Cup, and here in Berkeley Heights, the planning has been in full swing. This summer, our township will transform into a vibrant month-long celebration of sports, culture, and community, bringing neighbors, families, schools, and businesses together. We're going to have a World Cup Village at Veterans Memorial Park, youth clinics, scrimmages, and kids zone activities, live music and entertainment, international food court, community watch parties that we're working with our local restaurants and other entities with. Flags from around the world lining our town, and this is not just about soccer, it's about pride, connection, and celebration, so stay tuned. And lastly, I'm speaking at CMS tomorrow for a Columbia Middle School for a career day. We really need to do more to encourage our young people into public service. It's an option, a career path I think a lot of them don't know about. It's a great way to give back to their community, county, or state in which they live, and you really get to see the impact that their work has firsthand. So looking forward to that.
Good luck, Mom. Saw that in the carriage right calendar, I was like, I hope that's you, not me, because I was.
Yes.
Very good. All right, so that concludes our township council administration reports. Can I have a motion to executive session?
Motion adjourned.
All in favor?
Aye.